Spooky Voodoo Stories Must Watch Spooky Compilation by Rebecca's Journey. I'ma like her video, like my video, support your boy. Let's see what the stories is talking about. Hey.
I'm back with another spooky story. I can't even tell y'all the lesson ahead of time because it's so absurd, but maybe don't sell your pee. Spooky story time. This is what happened to one of my coworkers, and I actually witnessed this in real time. We're gonna call her Mish. So at the time, I used to work at the Gap in the city. At the time, Mish was like 26 and I was 18. I thought Mish was so freaking badass. First of all, I thought she was so beautiful. She's from Jamaica. I remember that about her. It was just something about her vibe. She was very free-spirited. And even though she was Jamaican, she was very much so like, she carried herself like an American girly. Like she talked like a valley girl and, had friends. But Mish, she never discriminated. She hung out with everybody. She was the life at work. She was the life of the party. She was the life everywhere she went. I started hanging out with Mish and going to the gym with her, so I spent a healthy amount of time with Mish. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a crush on Mish. I had a big ass crush on Mish. But at the time, she was 26, I was 18, so I was like, whatever. And I was also seeing somebody, so... Point is, after work, me and Mish would hang out pretty often. So much so that we would even link up outside of work to like hang out, go to the gym, get food, like experience just so many different things together. Point is, we built a genuine friendship and I was truly getting to know her for her. So the next set of events that occurred just confused me too. I remember at the time, because Mish would tell me these things, she told me that y'all know those fetish websites where you can do something strange for a little piece of change? Well, she met this guy on this app. It was this
Hey yo. What's up? What's up? What?
old African dude, come to find out. I thought he was when she was telling me the story, but after I come to find out, he was African. Well, she was selling him her urine to drink. And it
No way. What? What? I mean, I've heard about urine therapy, but what is this, bro? What? What?
escalated to her giving him her number two, if you know.
What?
And
Nah, 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 nah. Nah, son. What, bro?
I thought this was for fetish
I mean, this is a voodoo story, and I ain't gonna cap. You feel me? Like, I mean, with certain magical practices, they do like bodily fluids for certain weird things, But oh my god, we're only 2 minutes into the video. Oh my god.
purposes only, but this story actually takes a very dark turn. Because upon doing that, the Mish I knew and loved lost her mind. Literally. And it is so sad watching your friend go through something like that. In all the years that I've known Mish at that point, like, I'd never seen anything like it, and she scared the living shit out of me. This girl went from being completely fine to having episodes. Like, not knowing who she is, her speech not making sense.
You see? Yeah, you give somebody a bodily fluid, you cooked. Psst, that's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting, bro.
Like, I remember one time she took to social media and she was just posting a whole bunch of stuff that didn't make sense. She was beefing with some celebrity for some reason, and she was convinced that she knew Rihanna, and she was getting mad that Rihanna wasn't replying to it. Was some shit, and she posted all of it on her story, and she was being dead ass. Like, and then the next few posts would be like she thinks that somebody's after her, and then she would post herself speaking, but none of what she's saying is like in order or making sense. It would be like, I ate 3 fried eggs in the morning and fried pancakes, and I have the key to the city with the pancakes. I went from knowing this super
Nah, son.
intelligent, just head on her shoulders, strong woman.
My fault. I ain't want to laugh. That was a little bit funny, but it's just like, bro. That's just like the bull who was getting her bodily fluids. He probably in the crib like. And my thing is I want to know like because I'm assuming that like he's not directly like trying to, how am I trying to put this right? I'm trying to find out what he's benefiting from doing this, right? Because like this is, to him, this is just a random person. You feel me? This is a random person. He probably uses the website to get several victims like this, right? You know, but I want to know what he's benefiting from. Like, is he like draining their energy and like it's benefiting his magical practice, and as a result, it's making them go crazy and stuff like that? Because normally, when people do stuff like this, they're directly trying to hex a person for a certain kind of reason. And it's not even about them getting a benefit. The benefit that the person gets from hexing a person is just seeing the person's life, fall into pieces. And it's like, is this guy really just that evil where he just wants to curse people just to curse them? Or is he like doing like something where he's like getting a different kind of benefit, which is just also destroying the other person? You feel me? That's what I want to know. You feel me? This is horrible though. This is horrible.
To that. And then this black woman from Jamaica who had a green card turned into a full blown Trump supporter. Hey, to each their own. She changed her bio to like make America great again. And I just watched this girl plummet and watching her go in and out of the hospital. And she would come back fine and relapse and go right back in the hospital again. She winded up being so bad that she winded up not being able to keep that job. She was going in and out of the hospital, losing her mind. One day I went to work to pick up my check and I spoke to one of the coworkers that she was also really close with. She told me that that was Misha's last day and that she just got fired. And mind you, Mish was a manager. And with much regret, this coworker is telling me I told her not to sell that guy her piss. I told her he was weird. I told her there was something about him. And I said, wait, what? I thought it was a palm-colored guy. She's like, no, he is this African dude. Like, I know he is working something on her. Because the girl was perfectly fine before that point. And come to find out, each time that she came out of the hospital and went back in was because she wanted some cash. So she went right back to giving that man her stuff. And each time, it was like she was a freaking, I don't even know, zombie. As her friend, it was so heartbreaking watching her go through something like this. And I didn't even know really how to be there for her after she comes out of the hospital. She had an episode, she ended up unfollowing me, and then from there, both her and I fell out of contact. I have no idea what is of her today. I hope she's okay. I hope she's well. And yeah, I say that to say, don't sell your pee. Well, that's pretty much the end of this story. Thank you guys. I have another story submission from Zimbabwe. We're gonna call the girl that submitted this story Tana. So Tana says a few years back she was visiting Zimbabwe and accompanying her was her cousin and a close family friend that she's known ever since she was born. She said for context, both her and the family friend both used to live in Zimbabwe until they moved to Australia. However, the friend did move before Tana.
Hold on, I just gotta slow down from that last story. Let me give me. Can't just hop right in. Hold up. Whew. Alright.
She said one day she went over to her grandmother's village that she used to live at like decades ago. She said the Vadoma tribe. Now you can look up these people to see what type of people they are. I don't know what she means by that. She said it's a very rural place and unfortunately not one of those places where you can let people know what your plans are. Like needless to say, you shouldn't let people know that you live abroad or that you be traveling because jealousy is really a problem there. So anyway, Tana, the cousin, and the family friend, so they all had gone down to this village where they were only supposed to stay for one night. One night did turn into more because as they were trying to leave, the car that was working perfectly fine when they got there stopped working. So they were forced to stay the night because they couldn't go anywhere. So you know how Tana was with a cousin and a family friend? She said, well, unfortunately, the family friend had moved out of Zimbabwe since they were really, really young. So they don't really have much knowledge about what's basically known out there. Like you're not really supposed to eat at other people's houses. Tana was taught if other people, strangers, offer you food, you say no. Tana and her cousin both seemed to be on one accord about that. However, it was different for the...
Yeah, it's good. I ain't gonna catch. That's how I be. I feel like that's just a regular America, bro. Because like, even if like people don't even need to be trying to harm you by doing that. Like if someone has bad energy and they make you food, bro, then you eat that, bro. You just ingested their stuff, bro.
family friend who didn't grow up in Zimbabwe. So it comes to dinner time, and Tana and her cousin, they already know better. They're coming up with excuses as to why they're not eating. They said they have snacks on them, they're really not hungry, and that it was okay. And these people were pushing them to eat, and they were like, nah, like, we're good, like, we're full, it's okay. However, the family's friend in particular was so damn adamant on eating. We should call her Big Back for this story because she was hungry. Even though everybody's telling Big Back, no, we don't eat at strangers' houses, we don't do that. Big Back was gonna do what Big Back does, eat. Long story short, the family friend ate the food and everything was cool up until they were about to go to sleep. Tana said, I kid you not, on everything, this girl started acting like she was possessed. This girl is saying that she can see thousands of demons surrounding her.
Oh my
The girl was
God.
also saying that she can see the devil and that the devil was here. Proper fear on this girl's face. Sorry. And mind you, Tana knew this girl to be a very nonchalant person, so right now she's definitely acting out of character. This girl starts speaking in tongues and even saying certain words in their language. She's also becoming extremely violent. Then eventually she starts to vomit. And at this point, she is vomiting liters of liquid, like gallons of liquid. And they also said that this liquid was like black mixed with blood, which was not normal. So
That's
basically,
disgusting.
while all of this is going on, they look over and they notice that there's a cat just chilling in the corner in the room. And nobody noticed this cat because obviously of everything that was going on. But you know how cats are like scaredy? So like whenever they hear like a random noise, like they jump and run away. Well, not this cat. That cat was not budging. It was so creepy that Tana's cousin tried to pick up the cat to like put it outside because it was just there stuck staring at them. And Tana's cousin walks over to pick up the cat and it was so heavy. Like they could not move that fucker. It's as though the cat was glued to the ground. Eventually the cousin was like, nah, there's something up with this cat. I just know it. And in order to get rid of the cat, trigger warning, the cousin walked over and unalived it. And like the second the cat passed, their friend started to go back to normal. Literally instantly. So fast forward to the next day, two people from the village just storm into the room angrily. And like these people were pissed. And they were asking like, did y'all kill this cat? Did y'all do something to a cat that was in this room? And the cousin steps forward and admitted, yeah, we got rid of the cat. And these people were livid. They were so mad. They were asking, how could one unalive a cat? The people banished them, told them to get out and never to come back. So come to find out, the reason these people were so mad that they unalived the cat was because it was one of their witch friends. So yes, y'all, the cat was actually a person, a witch. So how could they? And once they unalived the cat, sure enough, someone from the village did indeed. So Tana's cousin might have accidentally murdered somebody. Damn.
I mean, that's what I mean. I hate to be that guy, but that's what they get. Like, why you literally just curse somebody. You know what I'm saying? You just got the consequences of that. Like, I hate to be that guy, but that's what you get. You feel me?
Double homicide. Now y'all get crazy in Zimbabwe. Thank you, Tana, for submitting this story. I'm back with another spook.
I'm ending the video right here, but we definitely gonna watch more of these, y'all. Especially if y'all like the videos and stuff like that. You feel me? So like the video, show me that you guys support it and stuff like that. I'm gonna catch my next video. Peace to freak out.